Y'all, today is a huge day for Wizard101. I feel like they're doing this every day these days, but this is a big deal. Today is the first day of the PvP season, but way more importantly, this is also the first season where they're rolling out tournaments. Now, tournaments never technically left. However, when 5th Age came out, they made new arena tickets as a currency, and the old tournaments gave old arena tickets, so that reward basically got disabled. We had rewardless tournaments for the past 2 years. This entire system basically died out, and that's a real shame because a lot of people, tournaments is what brought them into PvP. It's their main way to enjoy PvP. So now the season, finally, for all level ranges, not just max level, but from level 50 to level 60 to level 100 to level 170, there are tournaments for people to compete. So it looks like this weekend is the first time they're doing this, and it also looks like they're not gonna be like, you know, super, like, you know, frequent. Now, I do think this is probably somewhat subject to change because this is the first time they're doing this, but it looks like this weekend is the first time we're gonna have a ton of tournaments, and then after that, we're gonna have to wait another like 30-something days. And as far as the prizes, now they're not being super specific, but I do think some of this stuff is already really cool. It looks like the prizes range from elixirs to tickets to Saga Spellman packs, which is actually a really cool reward because you just get Spellmans for PvPing. It's amazing. And even treasure cards. What I'm gonna assume is that people that, you know, place very highly, they're gonna get some rare elixirs. Time will tell if these are really worth going for, but you could use these tickets to get all kinds of cool cosmetics, including the wands that everyone loves, like, you know, the deck wands that everyone loves, the new robes that they just added. Now, what I did notice is that while tickets are on the table as rewards, these gold medals aren't. I really think they should consider adding these. Maybe they already are. Maybe these drop, like, you know, match by match, but I would love to see that because right now, the only way to get the gold medals to make the really cool cosmetic here is to at least be captain, which is hard for a lot of people. Now, the prizes, time will tell if they're good. It's definitely better than old tournaments. I think I could already tell that because it's more than just ticket. But how do you enter these, right? So basically, they made a system where you can get tourney tokens in order to enter these tournaments. And right now, there's only 2 ways to get tournament tokens. One of them is completely free. All you have to do is just play PvP a ton, and then you can go into the battle pass and redeem it. Now, to get the first set of tournament tokens, you do need to get 98 points, which means you'll probably need to spam Q in order to even get 1 tournament token in time. There is a way to advance all the way to tier 3 in order to, like, you know, get the tournament tokens. And honestly, especially if you remember, it's not that expensive. I'd say it's actually relatively cheap compared to other things that advance, you know, battle passes, the scroll of fortune, that type of stuff, but you could do it for free. I do think the timing is very unfortunate because the season just started, so this battle pass, this is the first battle pass where they've added this as a thing, so people are gonna have to spam Q in order to get this if they're trying to do it completely free. The other way to get tournament tokens, now I personally don't really know how this works because I have not really interacted with the side activity, but for some reason, again, I don't really know why, but they made it so that if you do this Portal of Peril event, basically it's like, you know, they cycle gauntlets around that you can farm and you can get fortune coins for completing it successfully. For every 40 fortune coins, you can get 1 tournament token. Now, this event is also not live right now, which is kind of a weird time to debut it. Like, you know, if you wanted people to interact with this, it should have been live on the first weekend where the tournaments were gonna happen, when the only other way to get this is to do a ton of PvP. So not really sure about the timing. I wish it was a little bit cleaner. All good though. But from my understanding of it, every gauntlet that you run, like let's say it's a Sinbad gauntlet, right? For every successful one that you run, you can get 10 coins. I think that's what it is. And I'm pretty sure you can do 3 runs a day based on the way they like limit you. So it is limited how many coins you can make. So it's also limited how many tournament tokens that you can make as well. So what it looks like to me is they're trying to make it so that, you know, it's not super spammed at you so they can maybe increase participation. It's more of an event because it's not happening every week yet. It's only happening once a month, it seems like. But it does look like they're going to be doing a lot of things with this. For how early it is, the fact that it has like a very functional reward system, it's actually pretty easy to participate in. If y'all are worried about the barrier of entry, they actually did something very interesting with, I guess, this soft launch of this tournament system. So I'm sure, you know, the keen-eyed audience, you might have noticed, right? Why are there 2 different, you know, tournaments for each level band, right? There's a legendary experimental, a legendary open. Now, while the cost of them is different, the real difference from what I can tell is that the experimental one, pets are disabled. So you don't actually need a pet to participate in this. It looks like this is a more casual event that's happening in 3 days, and this one is maybe a little bit more like, if you're already in the scene, you already have the pet, you could do it basically. Now, obviously, as excited as I am for this, I really hope they improve on this, at a fast pace, because so many people have been waiting so long. There's a couple of things I'm personally concerned about that I hope do get addressed, especially maybe in a hotfix that doesn't take 3 months. One, I think for a lot of people, this is just the bottom line. Tournaments are a team activity, not a 1v1 activity. This won't affect me. I like 1v1 at the moment more than I think I would like 2v2, but I'm not speaking for me. Most people want to do tournaments with other people. I don't even think that's debatable. I think everyone that talks about this, they talk about the 4v4s they used to do, or at least the 2v2s. Now, in the Discord, they did put out a statement saying, like, yo, like, we need to balance 1v1 and then we're gonna move on to team PvP. And while that is cool, I think they should at least consider 2v2s sometime sooner than maybe putting out 3v3s and 4v4 so people can get into the team aspect of it. The other thing that's super notable that they've done here is that way later, I guess in the, I want to say in the middle of the season, or maybe closer to the end of the season, they're doing a showcase tournament. So the only requirement that's different for this one is a certain amount of rank. It looks like, I don't know if this is just glitched or not, it looks like you got to be at least a marshal. Now, I cannot stress this enough. This is a cool concept. They need to change how ELO works. Right now, in order to get Marshal, you need to be at least 1900 rank. And while that's actually probably doable if you're a decent player, someone like me that streams all their games, I routinely get 4 Marshals at least out of the 7 total Wizards I have. So I feel like if I could do it on 4, most people, if they really put their mind to it in a season and they got the gear and the pets and all that, they could probably do it, especially on a good school on 1. That part's not bad. Right now, they have this horrendous system where if you lose just like 30 or 40 rank below that 1900, you lose the badge. And because of the placement of this tournament somewhere closer to the end of the season, what's gonna inevitably happen is people don't want to lose their marshal badge permanently, because the rank reset at the end of the season will punish you harder if you're a captain instead of a marshal. The current system where if you just lose 40 rank at an unfortunate level and you just lose the badge, it's really stupid because it incentivizes you against queuing on your high ranks at the end of the season. This already happened at the end of last season. So what they should do is, stop with this nonsense and just accept the fact that you're already going to get rank reset at the end of the season. Why are you also losing your badge if you get just a couple of unfortunate matches? I think that's stupid. I think when you make an elo system that punishing, because it's already hard to get to Marshal already, and you could also just lose it because you get a little bit unlucky and then get barred out of a tournament, that type of stuff, what it incentivizes is for people to queue snipe, be toxic, take it way more seriously than a whiz card game for kids needs to be. I'm telling you, other than the team PvP problem, that is the biggest goddamn issue with this showcase tournament thing. They have a rank requirement that's absolutely going to incentivize you to get to Marshal with the stupidest strategy possible, maybe, and just sit your ass there. You're not even going to want to rank up after. There should always be incentives to queue on your high-ranked Wizards. That's how you make a queue lively. Making it punishing for you to queue because you might lose to someone that's super low rank, but they're running a broken setup or a broken school, that's really unacceptable in my opinion, especially now that these ranks are starting to matter for stuff. So to me, that is a big thing that they need to do so that that isn't like a problem later in the season. Let me know what you guys think about the fact that they're finally rolling out tournaments. Do y'all plan on participating in the experimental one or the open one? Are you gonna grind ranks so that you can get Marshal to do a showcase? And also let me know what you guys think of the way you get tournament tokens. You guys like it? Do you guys think there should be more ways to do it? Do you plan on participating? I look forward to reading all of y'all's thoughts and comments on this. I think it's a very exciting thing that's coming. I think it's gonna be like, at least a work in progress that people can enjoy on the way. Drop a like if you enjoyed, leave us a review, and as always, if somebody hasn't told you you're awesome today, they doing something wrong. Stay awesome. See y'all soon. And yeah.